Welcome to another insightful video from Dr. Chris's Key to the Manager's Mindset on leadership, strategy, and professional excellence. Have you ever felt trapped between delivering results today and building something that will matter years from now? Your board wants quarterly growth. Investors want immediate returns. Customers want instant solutions. Employees want certainty. And yet, your strategic vision may require patience, investments, and time. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Many great strategies don't fail because they are wrong. They fail because leaders cannot protect them from short-term pressure. Stop letting quarterly demands sabotage your 10-year roadmap. Most leaders crumble under stakeholder pressure. And what if the very friction you are experiencing could become your greatest strategic advantage? Today, we are exploring one of the most important leadership skills of our time: how to negotiate reality by aligning stakeholder expectations with your long-term vision. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will learn how to transform resistance into support, transform pressure into momentum, and short-term demands into strategic fuel. Let's start with a challenge facing leaders in today's volatile environment. We live in a world of constant disruption, economic uncertainty, artificial intelligence, rapid technological change, shifting customer expectations. In such an environment, stakeholders naturally focus on immediate results. Why? Because uncertainty creates anxiety, and anxiety demands proof. This creates what I call the reality gap, the gap between what stakeholders want now and what your organization needs for long-term success. Many leaders respond by sacrificing the future to satisfy the present. They cut innovation budgets, delay transformation initiatives, cancel strategic investments, prioritize optics over outcomes. The result? Temporary relief, permanent damage. The leaders who thrive build what I call a performance vision bridge, a bridge connecting today's results to tomorrow's success. Without that bridge, your vision becomes vulnerable. With it, your vision becomes sustainable. One of the biggest mistakes leaders make is how they communicate strategy. They present long-term initiatives as cost. Stakeholders hear more spending, more risk, more waiting. Instead, learn to speak the language of investment. Every milestone should be framed as a strategic installment, not an expense, an investment, not a delay, a preparation, not a cost, a capability. Ask yourself, how does today's investment reduce tomorrow's risk? How does today's milestone accelerate future growth? How does today's foundation enable future scale. When stakeholders understand the connection between current actions and future results, resistance begins to decline. People support what they understand. They defend what they believe in, and they invest in what they can see. Your job as a leader is to make the future visible. Let's address the elephant in the room. Conflicting interests. The CFO wants cost control. The CEO wants operational excellence. The sales team wants immediate revenue. The technology team wants innovation. The board wants certainty. The challenge isn't the conflict. The challenge is assuming everyone sees reality the same way. They don't. People don't argue with facts. They argue from perspectives. Great leaders become translators instead of asking, how do I convince them? Ask, what problems are they trying to solve? That simple shift changes everything. Because influence begins with understanding. Map each stakeholder's motivations. Identify their fears. Understand the KPIs. Recognize their pressures. Then connect your strategic vision to their personal success. When stakeholders realize that supporting the vision also helps them achieve their goals, alignment becomes much easier. This is the art of high-level influence, not manipulation, alignment, not pressure, partnership, not winning arguments, creating shared victories. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful leadership tools available, micro wins. Human beings crave evidence. Stakeholders are not different. A vision 5 years away is difficult to trust. A measurable success this month is easier to believe. That's why smart leaders create strategic micro wins, small victories that validate the larger roadmap. These wins build confidence, generate momentum, and create credibility. Think of them as proof points, evidence that the strategy is working. Instead of saying, trust us, show stakeholders the evidence. Show them the progress. Show them the trajectory. When people can see progress, they stop imagining risk and start seeing opportunities. That's when pressure transforms into momentum. Securing the long-term anchor, even the strongest vision requires protection. Every organization will face moments of doubt, unexpected setbacks, market disruptions, budget pressures, leadership changes. The question is not whether changes will come. The question is whether your vision can survive them. One powerful strategy is creating a commitment loop, a system where abandoning the vision becomes more expensive than continuing. This happens when stakeholders publicly commit. Resources become integrated. Progress becomes measurable. Success stories become visible. The vision becomes part of the organization's identity. At that point, the roadmap is no longer just a plan. It becomes a shared commitment. At the same time, remain flexible. The destination remains fixed. The route may change. Great leaders are stubborn about purpose and flexible about execution. Adapt tactics. Review assumptions. Adjust strategies, but never lose sight of the destination. And finally, empower your team to become vision ambassadors. Every conversation, every project, every customer interaction, every operational decision should reinforce the strategic direction. In conclusion, the greatest leaders understand a fundamental truth. Strategy is not just about choosing a destination. It's about keeping people committed long enough to get it there. Stakeholder pressures will always exist. Competing interests will always exist. Volatility will always exist. But leaders who master the art of negotiating reality transform those challenges into strategic advantages. Remember these 4 principles. Build a performance vision bridge. Reframe milestones as investments. Align interest through influence. Create tangible wins that sustain belief. When you do this, you stop negotiating against your vision. You start choosing reality to strengthen it. Because the future does not belong to those with the best ideas. It belongs to those who can keep others believing in those ideas long enough to make them real. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with another leader who needs to hear this message. And in the comments, answer this question. What is the biggest challenge you face when balancing short-term demands with long-term strategic goals? I look forward to reading your thoughts. Until next time, keep leading, keep growing, and keep developing.